Fellas, so day 2 of the silver program for week 5 and week 6. We are hoping, I'm sure that you are also hoping that we get back to school next week, but if not, this program will carry you through for the next couple of weeks. And then saying that we're not quite sure what it looks like for the ADB program and using the weights room, etc, etc. So this is a really nice thing to have in your back pocket to keep using to really develop the program and yourselves physically, because we know we are likely to be going into winter sport and you'll be going into training and playing, and to be able to sustain the demands of your particular sport. This stuff is really, really valuable, and we will be going into what is potentially a high risk situation, from having very little sport to going straight into a winter program. So I would encourage you to keep following this stuff for injury prevention purposes, as well as maintaining strength, developing strength, the plyometric stuff, velocity, speed, all those things, really valuable given where we're at with this whole situation and winter sport, etc. Sweet, so ADP warm-up should be done. I'm going to move into the A series. A couple of new ones for you to have a go at this week. So this is effectively week 5, like I said, day 2. A reminder that for the first week of this program, because this is a new program, which is week 5, 3 sets of everything. For week 6, if we are still using this, and chances are we will be, you'll add in a set, and that'll be 4 sets of each exercise as your progression for week 6. Right, so A series. So we've got a lateral high knee sort of shuffle. A2 is a press up walkover, so a dynamic press up variation, and then we've got the back extension with an overhead press, which we've introduced to you as your A3, and I will demo all 3 of those anyway. So the lateral high knees. So you're sort of leading with the inside or outside leg, however you want to visualize it. So you're going to do 3 high knees, 3 steps, and then pause on your outside leg. Come back through the middle, pause on the outside leg, back through the middle, pause, and I'm going to do 6. It'll be easier once you see what I'm doing. So it looks like this. Start with knee up. You're going 1, 2, 3, pause, pause. So as you get comfortable with that movement, there is a little bit of a lateral shuffle. It's kind of like a high knee march variation. Really pause, be strong on your contacts with your feet. High knee like you're running, so you can mirror that action of sprinting. That's a really nice thing or key thing to add into your program. Balance. And once you get that balance and you're comfortable with that movement, you can start to move laterally a little bit faster and further with each step. But the key is strong foot and high march. So tap, tap, tap really fast, pause, tap, 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 pause with high knee. Don't fall over in the movement, up nice and tall, nice and wide across your chest, and upright with your back and shoulders. 6 reps of that, so that'll be sort of 3 on each leg, 3 pauses on each leg, and that's the A1. A2 is a press up walkover. So I want you to press up, left hand walk over, press up, right hand walk over, press up. 6 on each side, so that's a total of 12 push-ups. Make that strong, make that quite a fluid little movement from left to right. And A3 is the Superman or back extension plus press. Arms out in front, back extension, retract your elbows into the side, overhead press, and then back down. Back extension, draw in your shoulder blades and elbows, overhead, back down. I want you to do 6 of those ones. Really use your core as well as your glutes to stay strong through that movement. Shouldn't have any lower back pain. If you do, you need to really fire your glutes, engage your core, and that should mitigate any sort of lower back pain that you may be experiencing for that one. So quick recap: lateral high knee shuffle. High knees, be powerful, be sharp, so really sharp footwork. 6, so 3 pauses on each leg. The press up walkover, nice fluid, dynamic upper body movement, going left to right, good crossover, press up, good crossover, press up. Then the Superman, good back extension, overhead press, back in, overhead press, and then back down. A series, get it done. 3 sets for week 5, 4 sets for week 6. So for the B series, we're going to keep playing with breaking down some of the muscle contractions through various parts of the lift. This one we're going to use both eccentric and isometric portions of the lift, so we're going to focus on those portions particularly for this next exercise. We're going to use press up, and we're going to, how have I written it down? So it's a 3-second eccentric lowering or lengthening of the muscles. Then we're going to do a 2-second isometric hold, 1 second back to the top. I've got 12 repetitions for this, but I want you to sort of dictate your reps or volume of lifting for this, depending on where you're at. The key is that every single rep is done with quality. Maintain good plank, good control as a lower, hold for 2 seconds in that bottom position, and then 1 second back up. I don't want you to drop your hips or make a hill or a valley as you do this press up. You need to be strong and flat throughout. If you start to do that, cut it. So if you get to 8 reps or 9 or 10 reps and you find that you're failing a little bit, cut it. I don't want you to get to that. 12 repetitions should be achievable. It will be a challenge, and I would expect all of you to get to 10 quite comfortably. So, but if not, depending on where you're at, no crappy reps. They need to be good and strong and sound. So you just need to do some self-reflection and adjust accordingly. Right, so what does it look like? So we're going for a stand push-up or press-up. Normal hand spacing from my feet. I'm going to lower down for 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3. Hold in the bottom position for 1, 2, and then back up for 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and up. One more example. Cool. To stay strong, a really nice way to add a degree of difficulty and really encourage motor unit recruitment and fibre recruitment by slowing that down, that eccentric portion of the lift, and then again holding in that isometric position, in that bottom position. See how you go with that one. So we're going to do the dynamic side prone, the twist and reach. So good side prone, good line through the middle of your body, ankles, knees, hips, chest, neck. Hold there, take your arm up. I'm going to wrap it around under my armpit, touch the floor, and then open up as I look to my hand in the ceiling. There's 1, 2, 3. Don't drop your hips. You need to stay in that same position. Really incorporate your obliques here. Squeeze tightly through there. Again, squeeze your glutes. That'll help you to balance and maintain that posture or that position for a nice strong side plank throughout that rep or that set, which is 12 reps. Cool, and we're going to do a bent over row to finish up the B series. You will need a bench, you will need a weight, like we have done. Use the same weight that you've found as being useful or suitable for these exercises. We're going to use the 21 rep scheme again, which we've done previously. So a quick recap for those that are unfamiliar or missed that session or need a little reminder. So the 21 is a breakdown of the lift into 3 components. Each component is going to be 7 reps. First and foremost, we're going to do the bottom half of the rep. So if this was the, let's say the reps in front of me and it looks like this, this is the bottom half, this is the top half, and then that's the full rep. So those are your 3 portions of the lift. Bottom half for 7, then we're going to do top half for 7, and then 7 full repetitions, which will give us our 21 rep count total. And it's easiest if I give you a demo to get your head around this one. So as with all our exercise, make sure you've got a good setup, your technique's strong, your core's engaged, you've got good posture before you start, and then you go. Right, so bottom of the lift, so I'm just going to halfway, and then back down for 7. At 7, then I'm going top half for 7. And then I'm going 7 full repetitions. 1, and 7. Again, technique is everything. So maintain good technique throughout that lift. Think about every component of that lift, every breakdown. So the bottom half, the top half, and then the full, and maintaining good technique throughout those 3 lots of 7. So that is exercise B3. Quick recap, so the press up, 3 seconds down, 2 second hold, 1 second back up, aiming for 12 repetitions there. The side prone with the twist and reach, really engage your obliques, keep that nice alignment and that angle from your ankles through your chest, good twist and reach. Then the 21s for the bent over row, good technique throughout. Bottom, top, full, 7, 7, and 7. So that makes up the B series. Cool, so the C series. You're going to do a reverse lunge. I want you just to do it body weight to start with. So reverse lunge, I'm standing on the spot, I'm stepping back, lunging, pushing back and returning. I'm going to alternate left and right legs. Find your balance, use your core, particularly your glutes. While you're on one leg, your leg will want to wobble. Engage that glute, particularly the one that's in front. That'll give you some stability. Once you get comfortable with that, I want you to lift your arms up overhead, step back, and then change. That'll take away from your point of balance a little bit. If you're feeling really good with that one, take a light weight and we'll go overhead. So one arm overhead, 1 down. You're going to do 6. Once you've done 6, change arms and do the last 6 reps of that set. Again, that's up to you. Make sure your technique is solid before you go to the advanced version with the overhead weight. Like I said, we're going to do 12 reps for that one. You be the judge. You see how it's going and you just manipulate or change that as you see fit. C2, dead bug, favourite of ours. You know this one. Tabletop position with your legs, arms straight up, alternating left leg, right arm, change over, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. The non-moving limbs stay still, so we're not marching. Nice and smooth, reach out, use your core, back to the middle. Make sure you maintain neutral spine throughout that. Suck your belly button in. Your back should be reasonably flat to the floor and not popping up, and your pelvis shouldn't be rolling. But you should know all this because we've been over that a few times. New one. So we're going to do a hamstring bridge. So we have been doing the glute bridge. This is the setup for the glute bridge, where you can just graze the back of your heels. This time I want you to take your feet a footprint forward. So we're about that angle. And just like the glute bridge, taking our hips to the ceiling, hold for 1 second, and back down. Nice controlled, slow, up, pause and slow back down. You will feel that more in your hamstrings. That position will allow you to initiate that contraction through your hamstrings as well as your glute, but incorporate a little bit more hamstring than what the glute bridge does alone. You should feel that. Chances are you may need to just step your feet a little bit further out. It won't be much more than what I've demonstrated in that just now, but you will feel your hamstring involvement a hell of a lot more by changing that position slightly. Cool, so that's the C series. 12 reverse lunges. You can move to the overhead if you're feeling confident and stable. Dead bug, that's a staple for us. So that should be bread and butter. Lots of control, neutral spine, lots of core activation there. And then the hamstring bridge. Take your glutes as high as you can. Make it nice and slow. It's not a race to pump out those reps. Control particularly the down, as well as when you go up, full extension and hold at the top for 1. That's the C series. 3 sets of that for week 5, 4 sets of that for week 6. Lastly, a little bit of upper body volume to finish, to add in some muscle endurance stuff to this workout. Today is a 60 press up mixed option, so you can choose your press ups. You just need to get 60 reps, whether that's conventional, military, wide, alternating, Spider-Man press ups. If you're the man, go for single arm. If you can cope with that, mix them up, bang out 60, see if you can do as many as you can, and just try changing the different press ups as you get tired. You might find you have more in the tank and you might be able to hit that 60 more or less in one go by doing that. Sweet, wrap your teeth into those ones. That's day 2. It's important as ever, or more importantly now, that we're going into winter sport sooner rather than later. This is key for injury prevention, so give it a good crack. Do every rep and think about it as you do it. Good luck. Hopefully we catch up in person soon.